morning, Messiah members and friends. I'm Tia Munson, and I'm the Worship and Music Coordinator at Messiah Lutheran Church. The reading for today is from the Lectionary is Psalm 29. Ascribe to the Lord, O heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory of his name. Worship the Lord in holy splendor. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord over mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon skip like a calf, and Syrian like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord flashes forth flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness. The Lord shakes the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord causes the oaks to whirl and strips the forest bare, and in his temple all say, Glory. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord sits enthroned as king forever. May the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. I found some interesting facts out about Psalms this week. The following information is from an article written by Jeffrey Krantz. The author of Psalm 29 is David. He wrote 73 of the 150 Psalms. The Psalms name more than 7 authors, including 5 individuals and 2 families who wrote Psalms over the centuries. The first is David, the God-anointed king of Israel. I'm sure you've heard of this guy. He killed Goliath. You can read his story in the books of 1st and 2nd Samuel. He wrote 73 Psalms. Asaph and his sons were ordained by David to lead the people in worship and were recommissioned when Nehemiah rebuilt Jerusalem. Their family wrote 12 Psalms. The sons of Korah. Back in the book of Numbers, a man named Korah rebelled against Moses and Aaron, and God caused the earth to swallow him up. His sons survived, though, and continued to serve in the house of the Lord. They wrote 11 Psalms and share one psalm with the wise man Heman. Heman was not to be confused with Heman. He was a wise man who co-authored the 88th Psalm with the sons of Korah. His brother Ethan also wrote a psalm. Solomon is a king better known for his works in Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. However, he wrote 2 psalms as well. Moses wrote more words in your Bible than any other human. Most of those words are in the books of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. But Moses also wrote a psalm. Ethan, an Ezrahite. We don't know much about Ethan except that he was a famous wise man. So famously wise, in fact, that the Bible makes a point to tell us Solomon was even wiser. The remaining 50 psalms aren't credited to any one author. One unknown author could have written all 50, but there's a better chance that they were written by many people over many years. As I was reading the lectionaries for each week, I decided which lesson to read by whatever verse or word resonates with me the most. The word that stuck me this week was peace. Not talking about world peace, United States peace, Washington peace, or even Auburn peace. I am speaking of peace within ourselves. Catherine Marshall wrote this parable about peace. There once was a king who offered a prize to the artist who would paint the best picture of peace. Many artists tried. The king looked at all the pictures, but there were only 2 he really liked, and he had to choose between them. One picture was of a calm lake. The lake was a perfect mirror for peaceful towering mountains all around it. Overhead was a blue sky with white fluffy clouds. All who saw this picture thought it was the perfect picture of peace. The other picture had mountains too, but these were rugged and bare. Above was an angry sky from which rain fell and in which lightning played. Down the side of the mountain tumbled a foaming waterfall. This did not look peaceful at all, but when the king looked closely, he saw behind the waterfall a tiny bush growing in a crack in the rock. In the bush, a mother bird had built her nest. There, in the midst of this rush of angry water, sat the mother bird on her nest in perfect peace. Which picture do you think won the prize? The king chose the second picture. Do you know why? Because, explained the king, peace does not always mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. Peace means to be in the midst of all those things and still be calm in your heart. That is the real meaning of peace. As a musician, I have lots of favorite pieces of music. If you look at my Spotify playlist, you'd have a hard time deciding which type was my favorite, as I have everything from Brahms, Beethoven, Bon Jovi, Dolly Parton, ABBA, Beyonce, and everything in between. However, as I was reading this psalm, it reminded me of a choral work by John Rutter titled Gaelic Blessing. This piece has special meaning to me as it was sung as a sending blessing at our wedding by our brothers, sister-in-law, and aunt. I hope Christ's light shines in your world this week and brings you peace.